Episode 53. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally going to watch every movie there is available in Borgia Marina. At least every movie that Diana can rent. I guess there's only a limited selection that she's interested in. The store probably has way more movies than you can actually buy. Pretty sure whatever you can buy is just whatever Diana's preference is. It'd be kind of boring if you were stuck in an eternal town with a pretty limited selection of movies. I was actually saving this episode for, well, somewhere up until the very end, which is where we are right now, because I really wanted to enjoy a big movie night, get everyone's reactions to the movies, which is like a goldmine for me personally, all in one episode. At least for most of the movies. We've already seen 2 of them with each of our friends, like gotten all 4 of their reactions from 2 different movies. And there's at least like a dozen more or something. It's probably going to take the entire episode. Gotta buy them first. This is the guy that plays C&C with the rest of the group, which would be, including Pena now, Muchi and Chi-Chi, as well as the girl who lives above the, well, near the, this place. What's this place called? We'll be right back. The Luna Soul Cafe or whatever. And I guess since we're here we can actually get her name. Fabiola. She's the ringleader. Or at least I think of her as the ringleader. I guess Chi-Chi was actually the one that runs C&C. So yeah, with that guy in the video store as well as Chia, that makes up the C&C group in Borgia Marina. Quite the characters. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I was kind of not sure when I said a dozen. Well, I was pretty sure it was going to be less than a dozen. Turns out it's a baker's dozen of movies to get through. I'll just go down the list. Castle Blanca. The classic from the golden age of Hollywood. Holy? Is that a pun? Like, in what way is it a pun? Like an animal pun? Maybe Hollywood? Like who's who? I don't know. Even those who've never seen it know its lines off by heart. Really? I wouldn't be able to quote Casablanca. Well, actually, I guess there's like that one thing with the airport scene. I don't remember what I remember, though. I'd have to really dig in there. Oh well. Bicycle Bandits. Not sure what this is based off of. An Italian post-war cinematic masterpiece. With actors found on the streets, as they used to say. It's Marcialo Gattoni's favorite something or other. Really? Can we get to talk to him about it? I don't think there's like extra dialogue options like you get with the main 4 friends. With him. A dachshund and a half. Oh, an excellent choice. A dreamlike masterpiece from the 60s by the talented Fellini. A refined meta-narrative and poetic something or other. An Unusual Day. A psychological drama set in Rome in 1938. A lot of these are older movies, but I guess they would be older than the 1980s, huh? I guess this would be another hint, wouldn't it? Looking at the movie selection here, all of the movies would be from the 80s or older. Probably even older than the 80s, because probably in the 80s video stores like this didn't really get like the newest releases, maybe? I don't know how it was. But I guess you could have just assumed that this would have just been this guy's preference for this movie store, or it was just that kind of movie store. Because these places do exist in modern times. It's not like a dead giveaway that you're actually in the 80s right now. Where was I? For sophisticated palates, it's no wonder it's Signora Beatrice's favorite movie. Kinda wish we could talk to her about that. I'm leaving from 3. It's no surprise this movie is a blockbuster. Turkesi's sketches have you crying with laughter. Even Lectual finds them funny. Interesting. I guess we get to talk to Lectual about that. And we get to, well no, not just talk to him. we get his entire commentary with the movie. I was mainly thinking of those things, those cards that you get in conversation whenever you're hanging out with one of the main four friends. Just like commenting on whoever you've met or whatever book you've read or whatever you've seen recently. But I guess I don't have to worry about that because you get their dialogue straight away while watching the movie. Pause. Il Lucio, huh? By the same director as E.C., the Eekster Celestial. That is so bad, it's actually good. The terrifying story of a group of fishermen fighting a bloodthirsty shark, I'm going to assume. The Rules of the Gecko, a gloomy comedy, love stories and small tragedies, masterfully portrayed by the great John Renard. It touched Cecilia's sensitive something or other. Sensitive heart. White Foxes. Two love stories intertwine against the backdrop of a dreamy night in Livorno. It's Gemma's favorite movie. And she wore out... what? Wore out the video or something? Back to the blooper. Oh hey, they got raccoons in this one. A sci-fi comedy about how time traveling can solve family dramas. Little Lumine's favorite movie. He's crazy about it. Iguana Jones and the Rodents... Rodents of the Lost Ark? Is there like another pun in there or something? Instead of ark, you could do, I don't know, arachnid? No. It's just the ark, I'm pretty sure. An adventurous archaeologist searching for the ancient lost ark. Okay, there it is. It's right there. Prime Entertainment. It took Moochie and Chi-Chi half an hour... Half an hour to what? To like calm down after seeing it? It's really a shame that we can't see all of this text here. You would have to go into the game files or something to see the entire translated text. Or maybe you'd switch to a different language and then manually translate, like a language that fits more characters on screen, assuming the original Italian doesn't get cut off like this. Matrimony Italian style. An Italian comedy that's famous all over the world, from the same directors as Bicycle Bandits. The story touched Mama Lucia's heart, really. Oh, and we can actually see the Eekster Celestial. It looks like a tiny worm. What a movie that would be. Instead of whatever puppet E.T. was, you just have this tiny worm that you're doing all of your interactions with. You want something soppy? Choose this touching masterpiece by Steven Spielberg. Apparently it even made What? No, don't tell me. Signor Orlando? That's who I go to, like, whenever I think of Signor, but... Did it make him cry? Really? I can't imagine him. It could be a different Signor. An American were-llama in London, I guess. Londra? Mystery and horror are blended to perfection in this frightening old horror movie. It's Giovanna's favorite. Buy them all. We started with around 69,000 lira, and we are ending with... about 50,000 left. Counting these other two movies that I already bought, took about 20,000 lira, a little bit more. I guess we're not renting them, we are actually buying them. 1,000 red dragons. You bought everything. Yep. What does that 1,000 red dragons refer to? Some kind of reference? Gotta be a reference older than the 80s. How strange to design a game where it's a secret, like what time you're in or whatever. And you have to like make all the characters not refer to anything that's beyond the 80s or whatever. I guess they don't really do references a whole lot in Borgia Marina, not really. And the characters that do, I guess you can expect them to refer to older stuff, like the older residents refer to older actors or whatever from the 50s or something. And it's all masked by puns as well, so it's probably just a good chance that the player doesn't recognize anything. And it doesn't really stand out. Now, since we're gonna make this movie night, we'll dress up wearing the night itself. This thing which I haven't worn yet. Okay, I guess this isn't actually the night itself. It's just based on the stars, the tarot cards and all that. Our swimsuit is based on the stars, but this one is just, again, from the fortune teller down over there. The Fool. We're about to go on a journey, so I guess this is kind of appropriate. Now, who do we invite over first? Who are we gonna watch all of these movies with? We've hung out with Pawn and Nexua a lot recently. Maybe Chia, to start with, or Pena. Could go in like reverse order of the friends we made. Maybe that'd be kind of boring. Let's start with Chia, then go with, I don't know, Pawn, and then Pena, and then Nexua. How about that? Or maybe Chia, Pawn. Yeah, let's get Pawn and Nexua adjacent to each other, because I'm pretty sure some of their commentary is going to be like relevant to each other, right? Like we saw that with the Goose Brothers movie. Pawn's favorite movie and Nexua, kind of hard to come around on it. Let's get their reactions back to back. So yeah, Chia, Pawn, Nexua, and Pena. We'll do that. Hello? Who's there? Hi, Chia. It's Diana. Do you want to watch a bunch of movies the entire day? There you are. Well, I guess first we can offer her dinner. And then it'll become nighttime. Let's make this thing perfectly this time. Maybe. Hopefully. I just gotta pour that one thing fast, and not mess up putting it into the oven. Alright, we got it. That one's like the hardest one. Well, this one's also like the same speed. Just gotta not mess up the easy stuff. The problem would be going too fast on these. There's actually quite a lot of leeway if you're a little bit slow. Just gotta not go early. Problem is with the speed varying, I tend to go on the early side. Then another layer. Pastry. Potatoes and green beans. More cheese. That one's pretty easy. I think they made it easier or something. Like easier than the rest. And that's it, right? We finally made it perfect. Now here's the question, do we actually get anything interesting, like for getting it perfect? The other times we cooked it for Alexia or whoever else, it was just kind of lackluster. And I assume that was because I didn't cook it perfectly. This might just be no one's favorite. Damn it! It's always the same, no matter what. I guess this doesn't change, even if you get the perfect 5 Diana rating. Does anybody actually like this? Because we got this recipe from Adriano, and we can't cook it for Adriano, so it feels like it's a weird inclusion that you can just cook it without having to use it, like, anywhere in the game. In fact, Adriano makes it for you in that one scene, so it just kind of exists as a recipe that nobody likes. There's no need to use it. Unless you get a card for, like, cooking it, I don't think you do. Well, just like last time. Alright, well that's not the star of the show. We're here for the movies, which aren't actually like in our little cabinet for some reason. Maybe they get added after you actually watch them? Alright, so what are we watching first, Gia? We could, like, go in a very specific order of, like, left to right so that we get all of their reactions in order, all four of the friends. But, that'd be kind of boring, right? Actually, it might be hard to remember everything we've seen with everyone. I know we've seen these two, so luckily they're right next to each other. I might want to go left to right, just so I make sure, absolutely sure, that I don't miss anything. It's kind of the most boring way to do things, but I am afraid of missing things. That precious, precious dialogue. Can I remember 13 movies? I don't trust myself. Yeah, we'll just go left to right, or right to left, depending on which one we want to start and end with. We either start with Iguana Jones and end on Casablanca for everyone, or start with Casablanca and end on Iguana Jones. Maybe we end things with a bang on the action movie and just start with the classic? I guess so. It'll be easy. Gia, I know it's not your genre, but I have to go in this very specific order or I'll forget. Would you like to watch this romantic black and white movie? Tell me the truth. You just came up with that on purpose. The movie has everything I hate. It's my personal kryptonite. Okay, good. I mean, not good. It's good that we're starting on this one so we're not ending on it with Gia. That would be bad. We'll start off like lowballing her, and then get to the good stuff. Unless she also hates Iguana Jones. Exactly, Gia. Written, produced, and directed in the 5 minutes that you took to get here. You're not being too friendly. So, like, it's romantic, but also dramatic. It's the right movie to cheer you up when you're feeling down. Feeling down? Have you ever felt like this? Has Gia ever felt sadness? I'm pretty sure she has. Stop looking at me like I'm one of your lab experiments. Ah, kiddo, of course I did. My inventions are just like your writing. They make me feel more comfortable. Anyway, are we watching this movie or not? How about you give me a quick rundown on what happens, so I don't miss anything along the way. Alright, basically she loves him, but she loves this other guy. And, wait. Basically she loves him, but she loves this other guy too. And he loves her, but the problem is that the other guy loves her as well. What? Your pronouns are kind of all over the place. Which guy are you referring to? I guess she loves both guys, but both guys love her. That's all she's saying. It's not that complicated. I can see there's a really cool plane on the cover. I think we're going to remember this movie differently. Oh, do we not actually get any of like the stuff on the screen? Because we got that for the Blues Brothers, the Goose Brothers, and what was the other one? The octopus stuff. There's like just a bunch of stuff flashing on screen. I thought we got that for every movie. Oh well. Humphrey Bobcat and Ingrid Bergman's heads look like a heart when they're so close. I almost forget that it's a dramatic movie. On to the next. Luckily there's no limit on movies. Bicycle Bandits. Chia, what do you say? Shall we watch a movie? Only because it's you asking. Looks like the plot of this movie is about a bicycle. Interested? You trying to put one over on me, kiddo? No? Huh. Well then, consider me buttered up anyway. Alright, we get one for this. This story stinks to me. Alright, hopefully the latter half of the movies do actually impress her. These don't seem to do anything for her. Why? You think he shouldn't trust his wife? Actually, she went into that building a while ago, so... See? I knew he'd leave her. No, just wait and see. He's going to check if everything is okay. The bike. I can't believe it. What a dastardly thing to do. Leaving it alone against a wall, no protection, abandoned and left to its own devices. I'm not sure what the plot of this movie is, but I think Chia isn't getting it. Don't make that face. You told me the bike was the hero. A dad, a son, and a bicycle. Sometimes that's all you need for a good movie. And a nice poster. It is a nice poster. I have no idea what this is based off of, though. Alright, we're gonna get to the movies that she likes eventually, I'm sure. And actually, it doesn't seem like we're filling in, like, this area below us. Maybe that fills in after you go to sleep or something? A dashund and a half. We could watch a movie, another movie. What do you think? I'm pretty sure I can. I've got 20/20 vision, huh? Put it on. Hurry, before I change my mind. Makes me want to cry. I don't know why. Yeah, it seems like Casablanca was like the odd one out where we don't get to see the thing. At least so far. What is this movie? Huh? What have you got to whine about? I want to be in the movie. I think you'd look quite good, actually. In that hat. Which hat? Does it flash on screen? Oh, that hat. I'd look like a prince, I would. Not like this charlatan. He's got the most beautiful woman in the world standing there in front of him, and he doesn't know how to love. Bah. Gia, you know I usually mind my own business. But you aren't a bit jealous, are you? No. I simply know how to attribute the proper value to things. If you say so. Still don't know what this movie is about. I guess the closest we get to the synopsis is going to be these. These are supposed to be like recognizable movies, I guess, probably, obviously. I just don't know much about like older movies, or movies in general. A mysterious man sitting on a director's chair, with a camera pointed at him. Everything else is left to interpretation, just like the movie. Oh, it's one of those movies. I don't think I've ever seen a movie like that. One of those, what would you call them, high art kind of things? No, you're kidding. There is a limit on movies. An arbitrary limit. My eyes are starting to hurt. Maybe let's stop with some movies for tonight. Okay. I'll tell you what. Oh, wait, when did we get that? That little drawing of the tree. What is that even from? Like, why did we get that? Was that from a movie, or was it because we won marbles, or what? Wasn't there yesterday? Okay, what we're going to pretend is that, yes, watching, like, however many movies we did does kind of drag on. I think we watched 3 movies, so that was 6 hours. Doing that late into the night, you can't really watch 13 movies in one night, not really. So we're going to pretend it's going to be like a huge sleepover or something. We're going to go to bed, go to sleep. We're going to pretend that Chia didn't leave. Maybe she just went to sleep on the bed upstairs, like out under the stars or something. And just ignore that we're using the phone, but we're going to pretend that Chia never left. And now it's the next day, and we're going to have a full day of watching movies, and a full night. However many movies we can fit. There's no blanket here, it's not very comfortable to sleep on. Guess it's just for lounging. We're not going to cook for her again, though. Oh yeah, the movies do fill in as you watch them, I guess, and turn over the day. That's nice. Hang up a new poster, just because we won't get to see all of these posters by the time I'm done with the game. I like this one. We're gonna change that in a moment, though. Movie time. Do we actually get to watch it during the day, or does it become nighttime? So let's see, what movie should I pick? It seems like the limit is 3 movies per day. At least after I ate dinner, so maybe you can fit in 1 more movie per day if you don't eat dinner. That's probably not how it works. Yeah, it just instantly becomes night. Want to watch a movie? Go on then, Squirt. I can't say no to you. How about this one? It's the story of 2 strangers who meet in a building while everyone else is away somewhere. So let's give it a chance. Put it on. An unusual day, huh? But this lady, the main character, right? Why did she cover up the stain on her stocking? 'Cause she's ashamed, right? Ah. But ashamed of what? Well, he seems like a nice man dancing with her. Not like her husband. Anyway, I think she's in love with him and doesn't want to show it. Ah, no way. And do you really have to be wearing clean clothes for that sort of thing? Maybe not. You're right. You know, I'll never understand this stuff. The text, the subtext, the nasty stuff you writers get mixed up with. Guess she's more of a literal kind of girl. Not sure what the importance is on this stain, though. Obviously, if I knew what movie this was referring to or knew the movie in general, maybe it would be some important thing. Or maybe Cheers just making a mountain out of a molehill or something. If I were her, I'd wear those stains with pride. An image of the masterpiece by Ettore Saola. A nice touch for my apartment's humble walls. It is nice. Nice and bright, with a bird on it. Alright, second of 3 movies. Which means it's going to take 5 days to watch every movie that I have remaining with everyone. Because there's 13. Meaning a total of, with 4 friends, 20 days of watching movies? What a marathon. I'm leaving from 3. What do you say, shall we watch a movie? I don't see why not. I have the perfect movie. There's no such thing as perfect, Squirt. Go on, put it on. There we go. I know well what I'm fleeing from, but not what I am in search of. Your movie, alright. 3 minutes into it and they're already throwing big words around. Give me a break. Wait. I like these mice. I like the art style. Wow, I know what movie it is. Lecture pestered me about it. What's his name? Turkesi. Are you kidding? I can't picture him. So, you really don't know a thing about Lecture, do you, kiddo? He's a werewolf. A toothless werewolf. That's what he is. They have werewolves? What is a werewolf in furry world? Does it just transform into a different animal? Or does it transform into a human and humans are mythological in furry world? I don't think so. But I guess that's what werewolf means, man-wolf or something. Haven't you ever wondered why he never says anything? Well, I admit first impressions aren't his strong point. Lecture is just the brooding type. As soon as he says a word, you understand it's an act that he puts on. But tell me, what do you think of this Turkesi? I like him. I get the feeling I'm his friend. A friend who knows him real well. I guess actors just sometimes have that effect on people. I get it. So for you, friendship is like when someone knows you real well. Is that not it for you? But still loves you all the same. Oh, I see. You can't be friends with someone if you know them too well. Is that what you're saying? I guess for some people that might be true. Something like that, yeah. The expressiveness of the face and gestures of Turkesi made him one of the most loved actors in Italy. and in my living room. We'll see what lecturer has to say about that later. Last movie, I guess. White Foxes. Fancy staying even longer for a movie? I have Gemma's favorite. Which would be... Why so suspicious? I smell... love stories. No, you must be mistaken. I'm really mistaken, kiddo. Okay, I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's a bit soppy. It's called White Foxes. Does this actually change if you watched it with someone else? Great, put it on. I was looking forward to a really cheesy story, I was. Like they say, genius is capricious. When does this movie start to get a bit cheesy then? Looks like a nice movie. You promised me hugging and kissing, but these two never stop talking. Oh, I guess it's that kind of romance? I'm really curious about your concept of a love story, Chia. What would you do in his place? Naturally, first of all, I'd ask her what her two favorite things in the world are. What, did you ever ask us that? If she gives weird answers like traveling or friendship, that's a big no, and a sure sign you need to cut and run, and quick too. If, however, she says something sensible like nutcrackers, potato peelers, or boxing gloves, it's a match. And then... I would take her favorite things and turn them into the most amazing invention that's ever been seen. That does sound like Chia's MO. This explains a lot, you know. It's an infallible approach, my dear kiddo. The actors in this movie are so fascinating. Looking at them hung on my wall always makes me feel self-conscious. I think this is going to be a longer night, or whatever, sleepover marathon thing, than the long night of stargazing. We're not getting through these as fast as I thought. And we do have to turn over to the next day. Day 3 of marathoning with Chia is beginning in a moment.
Preparatevi per una canzone che vi farà scatenare come mai.
Still have over half the movies to go through. I'm so glad there's so much dialogue. An American were-llama in London. I feel like the genres are going to start to shift, like now that we're getting here. Shift towards what Chia actually likes, maybe. Like less relationship stuff and more action or comedy or whatever. Maybe. I think I might trap you here for another few days with some movies. Listen, kiddo, I'll decide if I want to be set up with who I want, when I want. And it just so happens that at this very moment I'm available to be set up. This movie has everything it takes to become your favorite movie of all time. In my heart there's only room for pause. Oh, we're getting to pause. But let's give it a chance. So? Well, they're two friends on holiday, what can I say? Sure, now it turns out, were-llama is a metaphor for life. And blah blah blah. We'll see. I can't give you any guarantees, you know. Damn, I knew it. I always fall for that. What do people like about movies where nothing happens? Wait. Whoa. He just got ripped to shreds. Oh. Yep. Look at that. He's transforming. It's creepy, right? I didn't want to admit it, but now you said it. I think, for once I have to agree with you. This movie is awesome. Some people like the transformation. I'll make a little place in my heart for it near Paws, so they can be friends. Well, we finally got to one that she liked. It only took 2 days of marathoning. It might be grotesque to be looking at a were-llama all the time, but at least it breaks the monotony of the plaster. Speaking of, let's change the poster. I almost said poster instead of plaster. Maybe that one? Or the werewolf? Well, since Chia liked it so much. Probably faster to scroll to the left now. The Rules of the Gecko. Whose favorite movie was this? Maybe she'll comment. Staying for a movie? Why not? I'm in a good mood today. This looks interesting. Looks like a gem. Wait. Wait. What? No, young lady. You're trying to set me up, you are. This is that cheesy movie Pawn was trying to get me to watch, to delve into the female mind. Bippity boopity. What is that? Bippity boopity. Bippity boopity. No, bippity boppity? I don't think so. He gets so fixated from time to time, my dear boy. Go on, put the movie on before I change my mind. How is it, Chia? Are you delving into the female mind? You think I should worry, kiddo? Why? Damn, if Pawn studied this movie to try to understand girls, he's barking up the wrong tree. I gotta watch out for that boy. Someday he'll fall in love with some goddess, and Pawn will be lost to the world. Do I smell the scent of jealousy in the air? I thought you were smart, Squirt. Don't you understand which team Chia's on? Yeah, I think we know. I didn't mean... I meant, are you worried you'll lose your friend Pawn to some vixen? Who can be ever interested in him? He's all skin and bones anyway. A weekend in a castle, and amorous intrigues between shady characters. The atmosphere might not be rosy, but it matches well with the walls of my living room. Seemed like an interesting movie. There were less geckos in the screen on the images that were flashing by than I would have thought. But I guess it's not entirely about geckos. Should be the last one for today. Matrimony Italian style. Getting the feeling she might not like this one. We're watching an American were-llama in London again, huh? Oh wait, what? Did I click on the wrong thing? I might not have... Hey, wait. Damn. Guess we wasted that one, but it should be fine. The last day we'll have like some leeway or leftover, whatever. Took about 20 minutes so far to watch all those movies. I probably can't do this all in one episode.
Un'altra emozione per l'estate. Rimanete su Radio Mare Blu.
I would hate to split it up into 2 episodes though. Okay. Did I somehow hover over this? Got a moment for a movie? I guess I did. I don't know. What movie? How about a Neapolitan comedy? Comedy? Naples? I don't know. Okay, I'll stay. Kid, do you think the people that come up with movies are like me? In what way? When I create something, I put different things that have nothing to do with each other in the same idea. When I put them together, they become a work of true genius, though. Modest as always. Like my pasta plane, for example. I know, the name is still a work in progress. Wait, did I skip over it? Oh, I thought there was a different name other than pasta plane. I guess the name is pasta plane. Think of it like this. Without the colander, it's just a propeller. But without a propeller, it's just a colander. Is that how you pronounce colander? I don't actually know. It's only when you put them together that you can drain your pasta with ease midair. Wait, I've got it. An air colander. Wow, Squirt, that's perfect. It would be perfect if I pronounced colander properly, which I don't think I am. It's true then, you are good with words. I try. So, you think movies are like an air colander? I'm a bit lost on the metaphor, but if you think so, sure. Did that have anything to do with the movie? Without knowing what this movie is in real life, I can't say. The painting was Philomena Clobberwhopper, Domenico Persiano, and their children. Just by owning it, I already feel in the good graces of Mama Lucia. Birds are being pretty noisy outside. Hopefully it doesn't come out in the audio. I think it does, though. The Eekster Celestial. It's the same person that directed Jaws, right? Or Paul's rather, so maybe Chia will like it. Different genre, though. You know what? I'd love to watch a good movie. What a surprise, Diana. If it's good, I'd love to watch it. I heard EC, the Eekster Celestial, made Minedu cry. Oh, it made Minedu cry, not Orlando. Well, there's the answer. Shall we give it a go? Give it a go? The day I cry over a movie will be my last, girl. Make sure I've written my last will and testament. Because that'll be the day Chia has gone soft. Is over the hill. Done. Is she crying? I wonder how he came up with the idea of an extra celestial with magical powers. Oh, I guess they fish it up out of the ocean? And it's like a tiny worm? Okay. What a weird movie. Holy skunks. Chia? Are you okay? Wait, but... Am I sniveling? I am, aren't I? Happy now? Holy cannoli. Damn, I can't believe this is the day Chia dies. We caught it in this episode. What a sad day. But they're flying a bicycle. They seem so relaxed about it. Right? They flew a bike. Oh, that's what she likes, I think. She does like bicycles, I think. Faced with poetry so sweet, I can but lay down my tools and sigh. I'm not sure if she's actually liking, like, the underlying emotional drama or whatever, or if she's just looking at the flying bike and thinking, oh, I really love that. Whoever made this movie had a big thing for mechanics. Okay, guess it is the latter. Someone just lost a bet. The main scene in which a child holds a bait for the first time. Will I always get misty-eyed every time I see it? Don't think I've ever actually seen E.T. properly, like to commit it to memory. Probably when I was very young. I saw it on TVs at some point. I remember the ride at Universal more than I remember the movie. Back to the blooper with raccoons. You want to do something? Count me in, kiddo. The something is movies, if you haven't guessed. Know this one? Seems like Lumine's crazy about this movie. Ah, you can almost see the gears grinding in that kid's head. Let's see what he came up with this time. That's admirable, I have to say. That dinner-making automaton robot is awesome. Right, I guess this would have like a lot of sci-fi invention stuff that Chia might be interested in, more than the actual movie. What does she actually think about time travel, though? This is important for, like, potentially ever seeing Diana again, if she does need to invent a time machine to actually leave Borgia Marina. Cinemas always seem like a waste of time to me, Squirt, but I have to say, there are some real gems from time to time. The wonders of technology. A wheelie board. A what? A wheelie board. A board with wheels. Ah, a skateboard. Do you know how to ride it? Are they actually called wheelie boards in, like, a different language? Or even in English? I've got to say, I prefer the big, round, reassuring wheels of my Vespa. Watch your mouth, girl. That skatebird, or whatever you called it, was invented by me. What? Tia invented the skateboard? Well... Yeah, so someone else invented it and gave it another, more catchy name, I get it. I see, a case of independent invention, or whatever. But when I built the first wheelie board, right here in Borgia Marina, it was a huge success. If that's true, why can't I ride around on a skateboard around Borgia Marina doing grinds off the rails or whatever? I think I commented on that in like a previous episode. It'd be like a fun alternative to fast travel. Kind of like in Kingdom Hearts 2, where you could ride a skateboard around Twilight Town to get around a bit faster. I bet. Everyone wanted one. I want one. But what did you make them out of? Resurrect boat wood and 4 marbles. 2 each side, of course. Wait, what? Marbles instead of wheels? Don't take this the wrong way, but I think I still prefer my Vespa. Look at that poster. Marty Fly and his friend answer their phone with a sardonic smile. Even if they run into some obstacles, their time travel went well. And that's it, right? Alright, this should be the last day. The 5th day of watching movies. And we're still on the first friend. Can I really go long? To get all of the friends? I don't think I can. Which is a good sign. It just means that there's a lot more to see. Actually, let's change the poster. I guess because she liked it so much, well, liked it enough, we can put up... Which one was it? This one. She cried. I like that tiny worm. Alright, should be 2 more movies. Probably shouldn't have wasted time cooking dinner. I thought there would actually not be enough time to watch. Or rather that watching all the movies wouldn't take up that much time, so I would kill some time early by cooking some dinner. Turns out there's no time for food, no time for anything else. Just gotta watch movies. Pause. No wait, we can save that for last, because we know it's her favorite. Want to see the greatest movie of all time? According to who? Moochie and Chi-Chi. Ah, yeah, like now. Those two always have me in stitches. And they worry me as well. One day those two will kill themselves with one of their crazy schemes, I know they will. Basically, I think it's a movie about a daredevil archaeologist who risks his life every 2 or 3 days or so. Let's give it a go. Maybe I'll come up with a way to prevent the premature demise of one of those 2 pests. So ingenious. The handsome archaeologist we have here. Well, pretty lucky too. There's no such thing as luck, girl. Life is a question of elbow grease. I didn't mean to make that a mechanical joke, I swear. So are there actually, like, iguanas like this? And, for that matter, the newts that we saw on the cover of that other poster, or geckos or whatever? Are they, like, actual people? Because we've only seen, like, mainly furry creatures. We haven't seen any walking fish or whatever. No bird people in On Your Tail. Definitely haven't seen any residents that are also lizards. But I guess based on this movie there must be, unless it's all CG. Which it can't be because it's the 80s. A bit of luck never hurts in my opinion. When I'm sad or I don't know what to do, I climb on my Vespa, hoping she takes me somewhere cool. Like Borgia Marina. Is that the story of how you got here, eh? Right. Well, I have to give luck its credit, because it brought something good. Unfortunately, I can't agree in your case, considering the state of that poor Vespa. The state that poor Vespa was in when you got here. Don't remind me or I'll lose my cool all over again. Better change the subject. The most famous archaeologist in the world at the time of his first adventure. If I look at him long enough, I can sense courage flowing through me. And the last movie we haven't seen yet. Her favorite, apparently. The moment has come, Squirt. Indeed it has. What moment? I wanted to wait. Oh, we did wait. You know, not everyone is worthy. But yes. Yes. I think you're ready. I hope so. It's pause time. Wait. You mean pause the movie? Watch those eyebrows there, kiddo. You're raising them at Chia Jati's favorite movie. Have we never learned Chia's last name? Did we learn that just now in this very episode? I can't believe we got Chia's name and watched her die in the very same episode. I will treat it with the utmost respect, don't worry. They're really thinking about it. Class. Pure class. I didn't think you were into this stuff. But after years of friendship with Sexua, no, that's not the point. That's not a real cat. It is the work of a master mechanic, a true artist. Oh, she's talking about the props. That's why she loves the movie so much, I see. I guess they had to like feed the props to a bunch of sharks or something, or... Is that how they did it in the original Jaws? I've never seen a Jaws movie. Not even like one of the newer quote-unquote ones. I should have expected it. You thought it was a real cat, didn't you? Me too. And instead, it's the son of the most noble, dreamy, and wild of arts. The Soul-tronic sister. The what? To know there are great minds at work in the world, capable of exhibiting inventions in this way. It sends shivers running down my spine. Shivers every time. That's all the cards. What? Huh. Well, we got pause. The image of the cat's open eye is too iconic to still scare me. Right? They call it a cat, but... No, wait a second. It's not that it was a cat, like, dummy, or whatever, that got fed to the shark. What they're saying is, in the movie, this Pause movie, the funny pun is that the shark is actually a cat? Because in the original Jaws, I guess, the shark was mechanical. So that's what Chia is gushing over, the mechanical shark, which I guess is a mechanical monster cat. Doesn't look like a cat, though, from this poster. Still, that's interesting. How does that work in On Your Tail universe? Because it would make sense for a bunch of anthropomorphic cats and dogs or whatever to be chased down by a shark. There's still fish life and all of that in the ocean. We've dealt with that. So a shark in this movie would make sense, but just for the sake of the pun, they made it a cat? They might have only done that in English, because it doesn't really look like a cat on the poster. But I guess we'll just take their word for it. Kinda funny, though. Chia loves a mechanical cat. Alright, we'll hang it up on the wall. Chia's favorite movie. Now that we got all the cards, what does that mean though? We don't have all the cards, not really, but we got the achievement for all the cards. The trophy or whatever. There it is, right there, at the end. It's somehow not true though, is it? I'm missing 3 achievements, was it? What could I be missing? I think it must be bugged, right? Because we didn't get all of the art cards. And even if you think these extra things don't like count towards the card count, we haven't met every inhabitant, which probably should count to all the cards or whatever. So we still got to do that. Probably save that for the last episode. Well, we got all of the My Home cards finally. And everything is filled out over here, and here, and here. So maybe it's like the culture page, the leisure page, the choice page, the adventure page, and the Diana page. Those are the only ones that count towards the achievement. And then Borgia Marina, for whatever reason, is separate. Maybe. I can't imagine why, though. I'm pretty sure the achievements that I'm missing might be tied to meeting all the inhabitants, at least one of them. As for the other 2, I'll have to figure it out. Well, I thought that I would be going through all of the movies this episode. Then as time dragged on with Chia, I thought we'd only do like 2 friends this episode and then 2 friends the next episode. Now that time's really dragged on, I don't really feel like I can start on a new friend quite yet. It's a shame. But it's a bittersweet shame, or rather, a sweet bitter shame, like the opposite of bittersweet. Because it means there's just that much more dialogue to go through. Might be 3 episodes worse, but I think I'll try to cram it all into the next episode. Just do nothing else. I spent some time at the beginning of the episode cooking some stuff and kind of reading the descriptions of the posters or the movies inside the movie store. So if I dedicate all of the time next episode to just staying indoors and watching only movies, calling all my friends over, then we should be able to fit in everything, right? Maybe. Diana hasn't really had a good change of clothes in a while. She's kind of letting herself go. Where does she even shower, actually? Where's the shower? Where's the bathroom? Did I never think about this? I think maybe in the first episode where we moved in here, I maybe wondered like where her bathroom was, if she had to go downstairs or something. Seems like it should be in here, right? But it was just used for that one movie, or rather the one puzzle, the puzzle of figuring out how the thief got around inside the Kunigli's house. Now that I'm thinking about it. There should be a window here. There was like a window right here that Pawn apparently jumped outside of to get up on top of the roof. That was like the solution to the puzzle, right? And therefore reality. And I'm pretty sure that window does exist if you were to go downstairs. In fact, we're gonna go look at it. This one right here, it's not visible from the outside. I'm not actually bothered by it, but it's funny all the same, right? Diana's going to look at this window very carefully and wonder about how it can exist on one side but not the other. What a mysterious window. And next episode, we'll continue staring into the other mysterious window into other worlds, known as the television, as we wrap up watching the movies with the rest of our friends. Now would be a good time to take a break.